You know that feeling when you click Add to Cart on a sleek three-wheel scooter, picture yourself cruising through the airport, and then the thing arrives and feels like a wobble-prone lawnmower that can't get past a curb? I've seen that happen so often that I've started keeping a list of red flag moments. A tiny seat that feels like a child's booster, a battery that promises all day but dies after a couple of coffee runs, or a folding mechanism that looks simple on the photo but turns into a gymnastics routine in the hallway. If you're anything like me, you've probably hesitated at the last minute, wondering whether you're about to waste money on a scooter that looks great online but disappoints when you actually need it. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. The Pride Mobility GoGo Elite Traveler is positioned squarely in the travel-ready corner of the mobility scooter market. It's not a heavy-duty, off-road machine, and it's not a minimalist, fold-up model that you can stash in a backpack. Think of it as a middle ground, a three-wheel scooter built to fit into the trunk of a mid-size car, roll through an airport gate, and still feel sturdy enough for daily errands around a condo complex. That niche is where the biggest buyer pain points show up, because you want portability without sacrificing the confidence that the device will hold you steady on the pavement. First off, the compact footprint is one of the most practical strengths. The seat measures about 17 inches square, which is enough to accommodate a range of adult body types comfortably, yet the overall width stays under 30 inches when the wheels are locked in the travel position. I've taken a similar Pride model through a crowded train station, and the narrow profile let me slip between a line of luggage carts without having to angle the scooter awkwardly. The three-wheel layout also gives a tighter turning radius than a traditional four-wheel chair, so navigating tight aisles at a grocery store feels almost like steering a small cart rather than a bulky chair. Battery life is another area where the GoGo Elite Traveler tries to strike a balance. It ships with a 12Ah sealed lead battery that the manufacturer rates for roughly 15 miles of mixed terrain use. In real-world testing, that translates to about an hour and a half of steady cruising on level ground, or a full morning of stop-and-go trips around a senior community. If your typical day involves short trips, airport terminals, shopping centers, or a quick ride to a doctor's office, this capacity is more than adequate. However, if you're planning long weekend outings on a regional trail or need to cover a campus that's spread out over several miles, you'll likely find yourself recharging more often than you'd like. The downside is the recharge time, about 8 hours on a standard outlet, so you'll need to plan overnight charging into your routine. One of the hidden trade-offs with the GoGo Elite Traveler is the way it disassembles for storage. The scooter breaks down into 3 main parts: frame, seat, and battery, using quick-release levers that you can operate without tools. The process takes about 2 minutes, and the pieces nest neatly into a suitcase-sized box that fits in the trunk of most sedans. The convenience factor is huge for people who travel frequently, because you can load it into an airline's checked baggage compartment without needing a special crate. The only snag is that the battery is not removable for charging on the go. You have to bring the whole scooter into a power outlet. If you're used to swapping out batteries at a terminal, this could feel limiting. Durability is a claim that Pride backs up with enhanced testing and a FDA Class II Medical device designation. In practice, that means the frame has passed a series of stress tests that mimic daily wear and tear, and the scooter meets certain safety standards for medical equipment. For most users, that translates to a feeling of confidence when you're navigating uneven pavement or a slight incline. I've rolled one over a cracked sidewalk and didn't notice any wobble or loss of control, which is reassuring when you're relying on the scooter for independence. It's not a guarantee against all damage. Any scooter will suffer if you toss it over a curb or expose it to salt water, but the build does feel more robust than the cheap plastic rim models you see on discount sites. Now, let's talk about who should actually consider buying this. If you're an adult who needs a reliable, portable mobility solution for indoor and short-range outdoor use, and you value the ability to fold the scooter into a suitcase-sized package, the GoGo Elite Traveler is a strong contender. It's especially appealing for people who travel by air at least a few times a year, because the compact dimensions and easy disassembly match airline baggage policies. Seniors who live in apartments or condos with limited storage space also benefit from the small footprint, as does anyone who wants a scooter that can be tucked into a car trunk without sacrificing stability on the